Oh, well, listen, on the topic of food, you are just in time because this next recipe is perfect for family dinner. It is perfect for cold weather. And whether you are cooking from scratch or using Woolies' delectable range of sauces and ready-made meals, serving up authentic tasting Italian-inspired meals like this one that we're about to make is going to be delicious. Chef Clem's in studio to show us how to make spaghetti bolognese.
But like the easiest version.
The easiest, the lazy version.
It is. And I think it's appropriate because have you seen the weather outside?
In Cape Town, we have a cold front, and I believe it is making its way through the country. So, yeah, stock up on all the winter warmers.
And this is exactly how you do it. So, I'm keeping with the winter theme and the wallet-friendly recipes, which means I went shopping in the Daily Difference, and they've got a whole section dedicated to Italian-themed cooking, which for me is just like pure comfort. And it's easy. So what I've got in the pan at the moment is some onions, and can you see it's not like, it's like...
I had a chef in studio once, and he said, you just let the onions sweat it out.
You do.
And I love that.
Yeah. Then have like a soft conversation. That's all you want.
Just like...
And when you do that, the natural sugars come out, they become so sweet, and they soften as well. And the truth of the matter is a lot of...
And they go translucent and not brown.
No, you can let them go, like, let me see your brown versus my brown. Like my brown, okay?
Like Clem brown, not like, Zoe brown.
And you, and you don't want it to go too dark, because when it gets a bit bitter, so this is the color, South Africa. This is where the goodness is. All right. Okay, cool. So, look, in all honesty.
Okay.
Definitely not this brown.
Okay, let's see.
This will be extra crispy onions.
Okay, so this is when your onions need to go a little longer. You don't go anywhere. This is when your onions need to go... It's going to be so bad.
All the caramel is out.
Okay.
When the onion's been sweating.
When it's this color, it's still got too much crunch, and it's got too much that sharp onion flavor. When it's here... No. No, I'm going to save it. When it's here, your sugars have caramelized beautifully and it's nice and soft. When it's here, that means your sugars have burnt. You see, you were all thinking something else.
You go,
So you want the onions to really sweat, release their moisture, start caramelizing. That's when all the flavor comes out. That's when you get the most out of your ingredients. So,
your onions are now thoroughly caramelized.
It does take up to 20 minutes to get to that stage.
Okay,
be patient with it. Be patient with it. What you can also do is fry up a whole lot of onions in one big batch, and you can actually freeze caramelized onions. So when you need to take it out the freezer.
Oh, there's just something about chopping an onion and using it immediately. I love that.
It just immediately makes your home smell like, amazing.
Cooking.
Okay, we're going to go with some lean beef mince, and this is 10% fat. I've got olive oil in there ready, so I'm adding extra fat in there. So we're going to just add your mince in. Now, this is different to when we're making burgers. When you want to shape the burger, the burger mince, and you want to get that crust in it. We're not looking for a crust today. Otherwise, I would have browned up the mince first and then added the onion.
Okay.
You want this to be like a nice ragu, which is essentially a bolognese is a ragu. So you want to get it like nice and soft, all the textures in there, and you want to start smelling things. But
I love how you like break the mince up and just spread it across the pan. I take that whole thing and put it in and then use the wooden spoon and like mush it apart.
Right, and then you end up getting
lumps.
but like just like different textures. Yeah, for me, I like cooking it in this just like this, that it fall, and I don't try and mess with it too much, so it holds its shape really well, and then that translates into the final texture of your sauce. And we will talk about it again. Yes, you can
rinse your mince.
Rinse your mince.
You
can. If you want to
can.
rinse your mince, you can.
But so, I mean, I'm looking at this mince. This needs no rinsing.
So describe what mince looks like when it needs a rinse.
I don't know, it was just something my mother taught me. I thought that's how you cook mince. So I rinsed all my mince.
And then we found out that half the country does too, so we absolutely love it.
See?
Okay, pasta sauce, okay? This is an amazing one. This is their plant-based one. This straight out of the jar into a bowl, reheated for me with some cheddar cheese. And they're addictive. Those salted tortilla chips, oh my goodness. It is so good. I was nearly said, like, try sneaking this into the movies next time and just take your own little pot of salsa and like little chips. Ooh, why do you need popcorn in a movie? No, take salsa, take corn chips.
Well, you see, the salsa is going to create, with your crunch, your nacho, it's going to create too much of a crunch. And then the people are going to be more intrigued by the person.
So JP Sebastian would not
in the actual movie, yeah. See, popcorn's soft.
I mean, okay, so sauce is going. Now you can give everything in the mix. You want all the flavors to come together. We can hit it with a little bit of the Italian herbs. This is just like instant Italian flavor, like, right?
Ooh, and that always works so well with the tomatoey bases.
It does, it really does. So I've stocked up on pastas because right now it's 4 pastas for 65, and it's a selection of pasta you can play around with what you want. And I feel like you should always have a pack of pasta just ready.
A pack of pasta and a jar of sauce. This is like your backup meal. It's like if you decided you're going to go out for dinner and then last minute change your mind, then you've got ready-made food. And you can cook it up so quickly. I mean, this is TV cooking, and look, that's almost ready.
It is. So pepper goes in. Also, we can't waste.
No.
So I'm going to get that last little bit out of there. And then the longer this cooks, the more intense the flavors get. But like I said, but like I said, you can pull this together in like 15 minutes. Pasta's done. We've got your bolognese. You can plate up. There's your spoon. I've got some...
So I've been to restaurants, and this is the only thing that stops me sometimes from ordering a bowl of spaghetti bolognese in a restaurant is I prefer it being served with pasta at the bottom, meat on the top. And then you get some restaurants that mixes it for you, and I feel like they're cheating me out of my bolognese.
I get you. And some people are quite specific about that. Well, like you said, you are as well. So what I've also seen restaurants do now is they take a little bit of the sauce, toss it through the pasta, then plate it up, and then put extra bolognese on top. Is that acceptable?
That's acceptable, but I want my bolognese on top of my pasta. I've been to restaurants where they mix it, and I feel like I probably get a fraction of the meat and just sauce.
No, I get you. And then when it comes to the cheese, I also appreciate when they give you like a little bit of cheese on your pasta, but then they bring the bowl to the table where you can just help yourself.
Look at that. Oh, well, if you want to get your hands on this really easy and delicious recipe, it is available on woolworths.co.za. Chef Clem, thank you for always coming through, serving up the most delicious and easiest meals. I think I'm going to make this for dinner tonight.
Do it.
I'm going to.